word is to wind. Let me find that here. So we've got this is another vocabulary word. This is from chapter 2 of David Copperfield by Charles Dickens. It's an intermediate level word, to wind. And this intermediate level vocabulary word is used to talk about circular motions, especially when you're making tension. Let me just show you a couple of pictures here that I have lined up. Where did they go? Here we go. Now, winding is like a circular motion. Winding when you do this. Okay, but we can also use it to talk about, for example, this is not a straight river. It's not a direct river. We would call this a winding river. So winding could be like an S motion if you're describing something. Or also, let's see, here's another one. This is a road. This is a road. How would you describe this road? It's a winding road. But wind really means like turning something to make tension. So if you recognize this old kind of watch, sometimes you have to, I don't know if everybody uses Apple watches and things like that, smart watches, but I'm old, so I like the old watches, and you have to wind the watch. Or also, for example, there's some toys that you will wind. Maybe Giselle Marie-Lise, if you're still here, maybe you have one of those old cars. Wait, let me see if I can find a picture. It sounds like you have one of those old cars. Let's see. Old winding car. I don't know if I can even find a picture of this. No, they don't show it. The really old cars from 100 years ago, you had to do this before you could start the car. But they show these toys. Here's a winding. Let me see if I can bring this up. This is a. Oh wait, let me get rid of this. Here's a winding car. Giselle, is this your car? Is that your car? Okay, let's see. Let's go back to, bring this up again. Okay, so, but that's wind. Wind is usually a turning motion. Okay, so let's see. Mark was, where are we? Oh, okay, so Mark was winding his watch this morning. Mark was winding his watch this morning. Does anybody besides me know what kind of watch that is? Let's change some words. Let's say John and Lisa. How would you change? John was winding his watch. We change it to John and Lisa. John and Lisa were. John and Lisa were winding. John and Lisa were winding their watch. John and Lisa were winding their watch this morning. Winding. John and Lisa, they were winding their watch this morning. Let's change some other words. Let's use yesterday. They were winding their watch yesterday. They were winding their watch. They were, that's hard to say actually. If you have a hard time saying W's, there's a lot of W's in there. They were winding. They were winding. They were winding their watch yesterday. That's a tongue twister. They were winding their watch yesterday. Let's change another word. Let's say the toy. They were winding the toy. They were winding the toy yesterday. They were winding the toy yesterday. They were winding the toy yesterday. Okay, let's try another example. Mike had to be careful while driving because of the winding road. Remember that? Let's pull up winding road again. Where is it? See? The winding road. He had to be careful because of the winding road. Okay, let's change some words. Let's change river. Let's change road to river. Let's say Mike had to be careful while driving because of the winding river. That doesn't really make sense, but we'll change another word and it will make sense. Sailing. Sailing. Juliana Martins says they were winding their watch yesterday. That's right. Winding, winding. They were doing this. I don't know if you even know that kind of watch, do you? Only old people like me know that. So let's see. So Mike had to be careful while sailing because of the winding river. The winding river keeps changing directions. Let's change another word. Let's say vigilant. Do you know that word, vigilant? Vigilant means being very careful, watching. So Mike had to be vigilant. He had to be vigilant while sailing because of the winding river. Because of the winding river. All right, let's move on to another vocabulary word. Let me just get rid of this. Let's see. Now, our next word is